Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mystic Path. This is a pick a card reading. Okay, and Watson's going to join us, the Mystic Cat. He's been hanging around all morning getting involved. Okay, well, sit. I'm going to do the cards, Bubba. Here. Sit over here in your spot, please. Sit over here in your spot. Okay, scoot back here, because we want you to stay, but we also want to be able to get the messages. I know your help because you help bring them in, but you gotta let's have a little space. All right. Okay. All right. Group one, this is a pick a card. Messages for your soul from the ancestors. Lemon quartz. And then let's see what we got here. All right, we'll pull those two at the end. All right, let's see. Group one, messages from the ancestors. Unexpected. Ooh, truth. Ooh, look at that. Even Watson's perking up. He's like, truth and justice. Oh, yeah. Good, group one. The feeling I'm getting is, and then the sun card. Okay, best card in the deck, right? Represents healing. Sorry, I just don't want to. Here we go. Okay, so this is what I'm getting right off the bat. When I was flipping the cards, when I flipped truth, I heard an apology's coming. And then, of course, we got the justice card, which then that's why I was like, ooh. And then the sun, which is the best card in the deck. It's about healing. It's 19, which when you add it together is a 10. So that's like a cycle completion. And the unexpected card. So what I'm getting here is unexpectedly, you're going to get an apology. And you've been waiting for it, I feel like, because the justice is here to balance the scales, right? And interesting what I just noticed. So things are going to start to come in balance. Whatever this is, whatever the circumstance for those of you watching, whether it's a person, whether it's a circumstance, unexpectedly, you're going to have some kind of apology, somebody being accountable. The truth is going to come in, which is going to bring justice and healing. And here's the thing that I keep being drawn to that's interesting. Okay, in her card, she has the scales perfectly balanced, right? And then in this card, they're holding hands, and you see how this guy's arm is up and the other guy's arm is down? Well, that's because I think balance. Like, you know how when you're on a balance beam and you put your arms out to balance? Well, I feel like they're balancing each other. So that's what I'm getting. It's pretty clear and concise. No, I just heard no mumbo jumbo, whatever that means. Maybe they don't need to keep going and further elaborate because the message is pretty crystal clear here. Okay, I pulled a crystal card to see what could be helpful for you at this time, and an art oracle just to see what artist energy is supporting you at this time. So We got a different kind of love, rose quartz. Okay, this pink stuff here is rose quartz. It's also a very light pink. And then Jean Cocteau, I'm probably saying it wrong. Cocteau. And it says, the story only seems one-sided. There's no such thing as a happy ending. Find your future in the past. Oh, okay. So a couple messages here. The messages I've already said ring true for some of you. Okay. This apology, truth, and justice coming in unexpectedly could be surrounding anything, right? A friendship, a familial relationship, a job circumstance, a living circumstance, whatever. Because everybody's got different things going on, right? But then and this apology that comes in will cause healing. It'll be a catalyst for healing. Things are going to get back into balance. Now my throat chakra is like going there weirdly. So it may be that somebody has trouble speaking their truth. That's why my throat chakra is acting up. But it's still going to come in because this is what's needed. This truth, justice, apology, reconciliation, whatever it is for you, has to happen for this healing. But then when I flipped over and rose quartz will be helpful for you all, right? But then when I flipped over the rose quartz and it says a different kind of love, I got this message of like an apology brings a reconciliation. And then when I flipped this one over, it says, find your future in the past. There's no such thing as a happy ending. The story only seems one-sided. Okay, so I feel like group one, there is some kind of reconciliation here happening for someone in the romantic partnership arena. But it's saying to you, like, this is a different kind of love. This could be something beautiful and stable and strong. But you have to get out of your story, is what I'm hearing. The story only seems one-sided, right? It's like somebody in this situation, you or them, okay, is stuck on this story of like, this person did this to me. This was done to me. I am mad. I will not forgive them, right? And this is saying there's no such thing as a happy ending because like this is what happens in relationships, even friendships, even familial relationships, right? There's no such thing as a happy ending because things aren't just perfect all the time like a fairy tale, like all of the Disney cartoons we were all raised on. Right? So this is basically saying somebody from the past is coming back to balance things out and to heal things between the two of you. And this could be an amazing, strong, different kind of love if you can be out of your own way. If you can you also need to be balanced and fair, I'm hearing, right? There's always two sides to the story. It seems somebody's been stuck in their side of the story to the point of like detriment, right? It's causing blocks now. It's going to start causing problems for you now. So you're going to have to get into observer mode and observe the situation from a non-emotional place. Because this other person may be coming in with an apology and to balance things out, and you may be getting justice, but that doesn't mean and that's wonderful. Don't get me wrong, it's wonderful, but you also have to be accountable, I'm hearing. So it takes both people. Interesting. Takes both people to have the harmonious balance, right? There's no such thing as a happy ending. The message here is things take work. You're going to have to put work in sometimes in life. And the things really worth having that bring us joy and fulfillment and happiness, those things take work. Trust me. Okay? Okay, group 1. That's a good reading for you. I hope those messages resonated. Please like, share, and subscribe. Really helps grow the channel when people subscribe. All right, now group 2. I don't know why I'm showing you this pile, but I just felt the need to do it. Hermiker diamond. Hermiker diamond. Okay. Actually, okay, Bubba. You're bringing in super crystal clear messages today. Helping facilitate. Okay, let's see what we got here. Group 2. Compassion. And look at all of that green. Wow, that's the thing that strikes me the most about this card right now. All of the green. Okay. Happiness. Travel. Ooh. Going on a trip, group 2. Going on a trip. Oh, the lovers. I mean. Okay, group 2. Seems like there is a trip. Either you know you're going on a trip, or it has not yet come to fruition, but you're going on, somebody here's going on a trip, group 2. And it seems like with like a romantic trip with a partner of some kind. Happiness, travel speaks for itself, right? The other thing that's striking me here is like the yin and yang of it all. This is so bright and cheerful and so much light. And this is still lit, right? Still beautiful light, but it's moodier, it's more sensual. Flip sides of each other here. The lovers, so it's like compassion. I do want to. Okay. So this is good energy thus far, group 2. But I would like to clarify. Oh my gosh, you're going to hear some commotion. There's a mouse toy on the floor. And Watson just jumped off this table to go pounce it. So it might get loud. My apologies if it does. Okay, so clarify the compassion card here for me. Whoa. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Oh, all right. I see. Okay. So, clarify the compassion card. And I don't know if you can see. You can, but I'll show them close up. Okay. Clarifying compassion came out. 9 of Swords, right? Being stabbed in the back, feeling the burdens. Self-pity, I'm hearing. And then the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Both happy, wonderful cards. Okay, I mean, the 10 of Cups is like what you want. The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. Look at all of that abundance stacked up behind her. And she's just calmly staying in her power. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. Okay, it's all starting to make sense now. So you, group 2, are coming out of a time of like some wallowing, some self-pity, even some legitimate grieving, I'm hearing. Not that wallowing in self-pity isn't legitimate. It is, because we need those things, right? Sadly, we need those things to teach us. But it's not right. It's toxic energy that if you stay in too long, like we need it sometimes, but if we stay in it too long, it can turn on us and things can get bad, right? So, so that's what I'm getting is you're coming out of this state. You have successfully found and given yourself love and compassion. And now you are just sitting pretty in your power, calm, serene, full of abundance, and you know it, right? Like you don't have to, you're out of your ego because you don't have to focus all your attention or have all of that in the front, like surrounding you, right? That's what I'm getting. And so now because of that, you're attracting different type of energy into your life. And because we all know that 9 of Swords energy is not a great energy to sit in. And it's not going to be attracting, things, good things. So, but you've successfully moved out of that. You've been showing yourself compassion. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. You're in a really great place. You're in the place now. And what's happening is you're moving forward into this everything you've ever wanted. This happiness and 10 of Cups. And then you're gonna have it all, I'm getting. You're gonna travel. You're gonna have a good, stable relationship. Good job, group 2. Somebody's worked real hard. Congratulations. All right, let's see. What artist here? Rem Calus. I know I'm not saying that right. Cool House. Rem Cool House, maybe. Rem Cool House. Okay, breathing is secondary. Don't forget to think. A good manifesto is foremost legible. Reconsider your concept of small versus big. Okay, bud, you gotta move. Over here, thank you. Sorry, he's like, well, you put cards in my spot, which I did. Okay, dude, with the tail. Okay, guys, he really likes to be involved, which is good because the messages are a lot cleaner and clearer when he's here. He helps facilitate real good energy, don't you, Bubba? Always has. Okay, so breathing is secondary. Don't forget to think. A good manifesto is foremost legible. Reconsider your concept of small versus big. So, this is basically just saying, I think, that you have either you're in the process of doing this or you've already successfully done it. But in order to have all this, everything you've wanted here, like we were just talking about, you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, adjust your perspective, right? Some people get into the mindset of like, I don't have enough, or something is missing, right? And that's called living from lack. And when you go through life constantly looking for the things that are wrong, the things that are missing, the things that aren't enough, you will never, ever get to this happiness state, ever. And, but when you start shifting, as you heal and find compassion for yourself and others, you start shifting, right? And when you can get successfully into observer mode in your life, because observer mode is really helpful in your life as a tool to learn and grow. And so when all of that starts happening and you start to heal, you start to become much more grateful, and you start to really sit in gratitude, and you start to really realize how lucky you are and what all the things you have, right? You start looking at your life with a glass half full mentality instead of a glass half empty mentality, right? So, and, you know, once you start to do that, things shift and change, and the universe unlocks things for you that is just amazing and brings you to all of your desires, right? And in a balanced, loving way. Excuse me, sorry. And so that's basically what this is saying, is that to get to this place, you've had to reconsider and get clarity in your life on like what the important things are and what the non-important things are. And that you're starting to recognize and realize that you have a lot to be grateful for, and you have more than most, and it's time to start living in gratitude, and instead of this vicious like rat race cycle, right? So that's what I'm getting, is that you are either in the process of doing this or you've already done it. You're reconsidering, right? Like, what's most important? A story keeps coming up that I guess I need to tell you. I live in Florida. We have hurricanes here. 3 weeks ago, we had Hurricane Ian, which was vicious. And I mean, there are a few cities in South Florida, no joke, completely wiped off the map, which is like crazy. And I'm talking leveled. All of the buildings in their town, all of the homes, all of the commerce, all of it. These people have lost everything, right? And I live more in the central part of the state. And during the storm, my neighbor and I, we were both, well, most of the neighborhood was without power for like, I don't know, probably 15 hours. And the storm passed, right? And we still didn't have power. And our phones were dying because it had been so long, right? And so we didn't even really have that much contact with the outside world. It was hard to get text messages out and get them in. And so finally, my phone got bars. And so we were able to put on the news for a minute to just see how the rest of Florida did, right, with this storm. And we started seeing all of the devastation. And then, you know, we got up and we came into my kitchen because I was going to get us some water. And, you know, subconsciously, I just went to turn the light on because it's like a habit, right? And of course, nothing happens because we don't have electricity. And so we kind of chuckled, and I was like, man, you get so adjusted, right, to your comforts. And it's like it's hard to function without them because we're just so used to having them, right? We're so used to turning on the faucet and water coming out, and turning on a light and the light's coming on. And so my neighbor says to me, God, it's almost crazy that it's like hard to function without it. And I said, dude, humans did it for thousands of years. And he goes, God, you're right, they did, And he was like, that's just crazy to fathom that, for thousands of years, humans lived without electricity. And they survived and thrived. So basically what I'm saying is, so then the day goes on and we were like checking in with each other most of the time, and because there was really nothing else you could do, right? We were helping clean up the neighborhood, things like that. And so we were out doing that, and a few hours went by. And we came back in to get a drink. And again, I flipped the light, right? And he's like, gosh, it just stinks that the power's not back on yet. Like, what are they doing? And, we had briefly gotten to see like 5 minutes of a newscast. And so I looked at him and I said, don't forget, we are the lucky ones. And he just stopped and was like, oh my God, you're right. It's like we get so caught up in just our comforts and expectations and habits that we take it all for granted, really, right? And like this storm, that was the worst of it. We were without power for like 15, 16 hours. And then after that, when they were doing some tree cleanup, this tree, the roots were in like a water main. So when they went to pull it the rest of the way out of the ground, it broke this water main. And so then we didn't have water for a day in the neighborhood because they had to come and fix that. And so, and that's another one where it's like you just expect it to be there. And I would forget, and I would do something in the kitchen and my hands would need to be washed, and I would turn on the water, no water. And it's like, then you just realize like, oh my gosh, I'm so spoiled. There was a time in history where people had to like walk to the creek with their bucket to get water. So that's what I'm getting here, is that group 2, you guys are doing good. You're leaning into compassion for yourself, for others. It is putting you in this energy where you're going to be able to get and do whatever you want, as long as, you got to do it right. You got to put the work in. And I feel like you're in the process. If you haven't already, you're in the process of doing what I just explained, which is like recognizing how privileged we are and understanding that we have it better than most. And we're not really entitled to any of these things. Like, if you go back 1,000 years, the people really had to work hard for survival. So we need to do our best to stay in gratitude and do the work so that we don't backslide into these lower vibrations, because the world needs more love and compassion, and we need to help each other. Like Florida in the last 3 weeks has been I've been so proud of everyone around here, how everyone's pulling together and trying to help each other and help the people who lost everything. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're going to move on to group 3. Your crystal cards are, there are worlds within you, garden quartz, beautiful, and lepidolite. And, oh man, usually I have a bracelet on with lepidolite, but I don't today. Breathe in your trueness. So again, this is saying the true you is the one detached from ego. the one that has compassion for self and others, the one who sits in gratitude and flow, because then that leads to all of this. Like, it looks like if you don't already have one, or you haven't already planned one, right? You've got a relationship coming in that looks like it's going to be pretty successful, 10 of Cups, and some kind of trip is happening. And again, even without those two things, just the compassion and happiness. This is all very good energy, group 2. Congratulations. I feel like you've been doing your work. All right. We're going to go to group 3. Okay, group 3, green calcite. And I love it how Mr. Watson, I love it how you like to sit up here with us and help draw in the energies. Okay, group 3, awareness. Ooh, all of these cards today in this pick a card have been very good energy. I like it. All right, awareness. And then we have good luck and compassion. Okay. Interestingly enough, group 2 also had compassion. And then 2 tarot cards came out. Ooh, death and the world. Ooh, those are some big cards. Moving into a new cycle. I do want to clarify. Clarify the world. World card, please. Group 2, I'm feeling guided to say you also might want to check out the reading for group 2, group 3, because compassion was a thing in that reading as well. Okay, clarifying the world with the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. Clarify awareness. Okay. Strength to do what? Okay. Okay, group 3. This is what I'm getting. So, group 3 is in the middle of a big lesson. The world here. This is a big lesson. You are moving into, okay, you're closing out a lesson and moving into a new stage of your life, right? The messages from the other side they are with you and they're wishing you good luck. They wish you to be compassionate and loving to yourself on this journey. I feel like something big is happening because obviously the world card is here, but then I keep getting drawn to this globe and then this awareness card. Whenever I look at it, I'm getting, because here, let's just show it to you closer too. because there's like a baby in the middle of the wheel of the shell, and then there's the universal galaxies there, right? And then there's like, this is like the earth and all the animals in it and all the fauna and flora, and then you got the rainbow, right? So I feel like you're coming into an awareness. You're opening up your horizons is what I'm getting. You're moving into a new cycle, okay? You were stuck in your mental space is what I'm getting. You felt like you're in some situation, group 3, where you need to change the situation. You need to use your strength to leave the situation and broaden your horizons and have this new beginning that will bring you confidence, independence, happiness, abundance. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles is about like being strong, being on your own, and being okay with that. And finding your place in the world is what I'm hearing. Finding what your purpose and your place is in the greater whole of the world, right? And what's happening is the messages here are more love and compassion for yourself will help you finally overcome this self-doubt to move into a new beginning and find the strength to broaden your horizons and live in this 9 of Pentacles energy, right? I'm good, I'm abundant, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I know who I am in the world, I know what my purpose is, I feel confident in myself, right? So you're about to begin a new cycle, and it's going to take strength and compassion of self to end this old cycle of self-doubt and to move forward. What I'm hearing is your guides and your own individual spirit team are with you. Ask them for guidance. Ask them for help. Talk to them out loud. However you do it, whatever you call it, right? Allah, God, the universe, source energy, however whatever it is you believe, however it is, whether you pray, meditate, it's just saying, connect to us. We're here. We're on your side. We're even rooting for you. And we can give you the strength. We can help you find the strength within yourself. I just keep hearing, like, you can do it. You know how, I think it's in The Water Boy, the movie with Adam Sandler. Rob Schneider is this guy in the crowd, and he's always saying, you can do it. And I'm sorry, but that's what they keep showing me in my third eye. It's just making me chuckle. Anyway, I feel like the messages here could not be any clearer. So let's see what artist is supporting you, group 3. I'm going to totally butcher this name, everyone, so do not give me a hard time. My apologies to the artist. Yayoi Kusama. Yayoi Kusama. Your soul is composed of the same dot as the universe. Distinguish yourself from your mirror image. Show them your hallucinations. I'm also being struck at how orange this card is. So I feel like, okay, what I'm hearing is, for this message is specific for someone. This is not going to resonate for everybody. But you need to find the confidence and build your self-esteem around your creative endeavors. You are good enough. You are born to express yourself in that way. And don't be afraid to share that part of yourself with the outside world. I'm getting. Show them your hallucinations. What I'm hearing is like your creations, whatever it is you're dreaming up and creating. You don't seem to have a lot of confidence in it, and you seem to be very hard on yourself. So, compassion. And remember, your soul is composed of the same dots as the universe. And again, you can do it. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then your crystal is morganite. Fill yourself. Right? I feel like the creative side of you fulfills you, but you have some serious self-doubt about it. So step into the awareness. Start leaning into and asking yourself questions about your place in the world and your specific purpose. Reach out to your guides, your spiritual team, your supreme energy, I guess, is the words I want to use. And then we're going to leave it at that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of your day or whatever it is for you. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.